Gladiator 2 is not great, but it's not as bad as some people make it seem. Welcome to my channel. My name is Rick, and I like to talk about movies and sometimes music. I want you to watch these videos as if you're talking to a brother, a friend, maybe a father, who knows, whatever. I try to be non-biased. I want to be a non-biased YouTuber, no grifting, no nonsense. Just straight review as I remember the movie. To prepare myself for this film, I watched Gladiator 1 for the first time about a week before I saw it. I know it's kind of weird that that was my first time watching it, but I recently became very serious about film. I really started to appreciate movies more. I'm not sure if it's an age thing, but here I am. Now, having seen the first movie about a week before I saw the second one, I remember everything, right? I have a fresh memory of all the plots, the characters, and everything. Now, taking that, I went into the second one, and I gotta say, I mean, the movie was okay, right? Gladiator 2 is good. I don't think it's a fantastic movie. I don't think it's Ridley Scott's top 5 or even top 10, right? But at the end of the day, I was, no pun intended, I was a little bit entertained. Some of the acting could have been better. Plot-wise, it was okay. It wasn't mind-blowing. Performances was okay. I feel like Pedro Pascal was kind of a random character in there. The two emperors are kind of, it's not random, it's more cliche. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, yeah, of course you have a character that's like this. Of course these emperors are babies, easily manipulated. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, of course this happens. Of course that happens. Kind of the whole big cliche type thing. And I have to say, I mean, I can't really blame it. You know what I mean? It works. It works. It's just not special, right? That's why I feel like this movie is not special, but it's watchable. It's okay. Paul Mescal I think he did fine. I like his acting in there. I see some people don't like him, but you know, people are gonna have opinions regardless. Denzel was Denzel. He's gonna do his thing. He's one of the greatest actors ever. Like, his charisma is unparalleled. He's gonna kill it every single time. You know, a great actor can make a shitty movie good. You know what I mean? Not to say this was a shitty movie, but I'm just saying the caliber of Denzel is damn near limitless. Visually, this movie was visually pleasing a little bit. It wasn't tiresome. I think it was directed well. Yes, I thought it was directed well. I knew they actually built that Coliseum. It was practical effects, which I'm always a fan of. If you are a movie that have a subpar plot, a subpar acting, but you visually directed the living hell out of it, I'm in. Like, I'm huge on cinematography. I've said this countless of times. I'm huge on it. That's why I'm a huge fan of physical media, right? I think Blade Runner 2049 on 4K, Oppenheimer on 4K, a lot of movies in 4K look stunning. And to be able to say that I own that film, I own it, you know what I mean? It's right on my shelf. So visually, this movie definitely get a thumbs up. Soundtrack and sound design, not really noticeable. Right, it's your typical, once again, cliche, epic soundtrack, epic music, historical Roman music. You know what I mean? They did not play rap. I remember when the trailer first dropped, a lot of people were pissed off because why would they use a rap song on a timepiece, whatever? I'm like, bro, the motherfuckers did not even speak British English either, and no one complains about that. You know what I mean? It's like, to complain about the music that is used in a movie trailer is so, honestly, it's just so odd, because why does the music in the trailer matters that much to you? You know what I mean? A trailer is supposed to just get you hyped for a film, right? It's supposed to move you, get you pumped up. And I feel like the music they chose did that, right? So what is it to complain about? You're not gonna care about that trailer after you watch it. Like, if it's a really good trailer, you might play it a couple of times, maybe speak to your friends about it. You know what I mean? But in terms of significance towards the movie, it has zero significance. So why are people butthurt about a movie trailer music specifically? People get butthurt about anything, I know. So anyway, sound design soundtrack was okay. What I do want to know is, I almost forgot, where the hell these emperors came from. That's my biggest thing about this movie. How did they come in power? Right? How I remember one scene where they spoke about their history. I think they were raised by wolves. So in this movie, they care a lot. They care a lot about like gods and different type of mythologies. So I'm thinking since they were raised by wolves, maybe the Romans saw them as legends. Maybe the Senate saw them as kind of like legendary duo. They were meant to become emperors, kind of like destiny thing. But that also kind of doesn't make any sense since the Senate doesn't really like emperors, right? They don't like the dictatorship. They have the same guy. I wish I remember the actor's name, but the same Senate dude that was in the first one, in the second one also. Why would he be okay with prophecy stuff, mythology, God stuff, being those two twins being raised by wolves? If he was opposed of that in the first film, maybe most of the Senate. I'm not sure. It's just such a plot hole. I feel like this movie was supposed to be longer. You know how Ridley Scott works. You know, he always have a director's cut. So maybe when the director's cut comes out, we find out. Because I don't know how these two chumps, these two bozos, easily manipulated bozos, became emperors of Rome. Like, maybe I missed something in the movie. Let me know. But how did these nobodies like become like emperors? Were they the children of Commodus? But that was never confirmed. But I mean, he couldn't have kids because they didn't show him having a kid in the first one. Maybe he could have had it in the background. Maybe, you know what I mean? But it's such a plot hole. But at the end of the day, I saw it in IMAX. Visually, it was good. The fight scenes was good. It was epic here and there. This is a solid maybe 3 out of 5 film, 2.5 to 3 out of 5. I don't think it's woke. I saw someone call it woke, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, 3 out of 5, maybe 2.5 out of 5. I think it's worth the watch. I think it's worth the $10, $12 ticket. Go see it on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning when the ticket is extra cheap. You know what I mean? In terms of like premium formatting, I don't think, if it's cheap enough, do it. But I don't think it's necessary to see this in Dolby or IMAX or RPX, whatever you guys have. That's about it. Thank you for watching.